Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss about assertions in Java. Okay, so, so assertions. Okay, so here assertions are used to test our assumptions in our program. Okay, so you can test your assumptions. Okay, so you can test your assumptions about your program. Okay, so about your program. Okay. So how to test, okay, your assumptions in Java. Okay. See at the time of development, okay, at the time of development, so you need not to write what uh, the exception handling code in Java. Okay. So here you need not to write what in development phase. So if you want to write everything by using exception handling code, so it looks clumsy, right? It looks clumsy. So that's why. So in order to avoid this what exception handling code, okay. So without writing this exception handling code, you can test your assumptions of your program by using this assertions concept. Okay, assertions concept. So how to test your assumptions? Okay, or suppose uh, see factorial of a given number. Okay, so factorial of a given number. Okay, so here factorial of a given number. So the number should be greater than or is equal to zero, right? Greater than or is equal to zero. Okay, so your number should be greater than or equal to zero. For suppose if you entered a negative number, okay, so I want to raise some exception like negative value exception, like that you can create your what user defined exception, and you can what throw this exception whenever you provide negative value as negative value to find out the uh, factorial of a given number. Okay, so here you should not enter okay negative value. Okay, so whenever you enter negative value, so you can create your own custom exception and throw it. Okay, so before that you don't want to create this what you don't want to create all these things. Just you want to test what your assumption. So here your assumption is what given number is number should be greater than or equal to zero. Okay, so whenever your assumption is failed, then you can throw assertion error. Okay, you can throw assertion error. Okay, at runtime, not at the time of compilation. This assertion error you can throw at the time of execution whenever your assumption is failed. Okay, whenever your assumption is failed. Okay, so let us take one concrete example so that you can easily understand where to use this assertions concept. Okay, yeah, okay. See here, there are what two functions. One is get factorial, which returns integer value, and here get full name, which returns string value by concatenating this first name and last name. Okay, yeah. So here, uh, whatever the number you are passing as a parameter to this get factorial, this should be what greater than or equal to zero. Okay, right. So first, what I will do is here, see this out. Okay, this out I'm calling get factorial. Here get factorial, here you should pass some value, right? So for suppose I passed 0. Okay, I passed 0, so 0 factorial is 1, right? So 0 factorial is 1. Now you will get 1 as output. Okay, 1. Okay, next I'm changing the parameter here 5. Now definitely you will get 120. 120. For suppose if you give minus 5. Okay, minus 5. See, here you are getting 1 as output, but this is not correct, right? So here minus 5. So here the number should be what? Number should be greater than or is equal to 0, but you given negative value. Okay, negative value. So in this case, you can create your own check, user defined exception. You can throw it whenever the given number is less than 0, right? But in order to avoid that, so at the time of compilation, at the time of development of your program, so still you are not delivering your project to the end user. Okay. So whenever it is under development, you can test your assumptions about your program by using assertions. So in order to test your assumptions, you can use the keyword asset. Okay, asset. Okay, here num. Okay, should be greater than or is equal to 0. This is my assumption. So if this assumption is failed, then you will get assertion error. Okay, then you will get assertion error. Okay, so now what I'm doing is here I'm going to run the program run as Java. You are getting error even you add this as a assert statement. Why? Because here, okay, assert statement, you should enable assertion explicitly. Okay, you should enable assertions explicitly. So how to enable assertions explicitly? So we can see run run configurations. Okay. Yeah. So here you can pass the argument. See carefully here. Okay, so virtual machine arguments. So here I'm giving EA. So EA is the okay additional argument you need to pass to what a Java virtual machine at the time of compilation. Okay, so this is EA. So apply and run. Now assertions are enabled. Yeah, see, you are getting assertion error where at the time of at line number 4. Okay, now here your assumption is failed. So what is your assumption? Number, whatever the number you are passing as a parameter, that should be greater than or is equal to 0. But here you pass what minus 5. Okay, for suppose here I'm passing plus 5. Now see, you won't get any assertion error. Why? Because here your assumption is correct. Whenever your assumption is failed, okay, whenever your assumption is failed, then only assertion error is raised. Okay, yeah, now see, we're getting 120, and now I'm giving here minus 1. Okay, now your assumption is failed. Okay, see, assertion error. Okay, here you are getting. Okay, yeah. Now, apart from that, here, this is something more interesting. Yeah, see, here, first name should be mandatory, right? Okay, so first name should be mandatory. Okay, so here, the name is, let's say, Anand. Okay, so Anand. Okay, and second name is Kumar. Okay, now first name dot concat of what last name. So now you will return here this get full name is written what Anand and Kumar. Okay, Anand and okay. So here you are passing minus 1. No, so now I'm passing plus 1 here. Yeah, see now Anand Kumar you are getting. Okay, here whether first name or last name, these two, any one of these two, if you pass as null, then what happened? So you are trying to perform operation on null value. Okay, whether first name or last name, these two should not be null. Okay, these two should not be null. So any one of these two is null, then it leads to null pointer exception. Okay, it leads to null pointer exception. So that's why. Okay, so you should test your assumption here. Okay, asset. Okay, asset fn. Okay, fn. Okay, not is equal to null. This is my assumption. My assumption is end. Okay, both the assumptions. Okay. If any one of these assumptions is failed, then assertion error is occurred. Okay. If then okay, not is equal to null and then the okay, and then the ln not is equal to null. So I'm assuming okay, So first name should not be null and last name should not be null. If you give any one of these two as null, then okay, assertion error is happening. For suppose I'm giving fn not is equal to null. Sorry, is equal to null. See now you're getting assertion error. Okay, for suppose you are giving what first name as null. So in this case also you are getting assertion error. Why? Because here while performing concatenation, first name or last name, both should not be null. So that is my assumption. If my assumption is failed, then I will get what assertion error. Now here first name should be there, last name is optional, right? First name should be there and last name is optional. Okay. So in this case, okay. So in this case, so here last name may be what empty, but first name should not be empty, right? So that's why. See now what you will get Anand. Okay, here I given last name as empty. Okay, but first name should not be empty. Like here you are giving Kumar, and here you are giving first name as empty. So this I don't want to allow. In this case, asset. Okay, first name. Okay, first name. Okay, not is equal to empty. Okay, not is equal to empty. Okay. So now you will get assertion error. Why? Because here I am assuming, okay, my first name should not be null. Okay, first name should not be null. Sorry, first name should not be empty. Okay, yeah. So here Anand and second name you are giving empty. So my assumption is only first name should not be empty. The first name is there and second name may or may not empty. So now you are not getting any assertion error. Why? Because here I am assuming what these two should not be null. Okay, these two should are not null, and first name should not be empty, not null and not empty. So both are satisfied. So that's why you're not getting any assertion error. Okay, assertion error. And suppose here, uh, here in first name, okay, in first name. So here last name you are giving space Kumar, and here first name you are giving space Anand. Okay, so here you should not have any spaces before the first name. Okay, so how to check? Simply, okay, simply first name dot caret. Okay, caret. Okay, so first letter in the what first letter in the first name should not be space. Okay, so that's why I'm getting first character of the first name by using caret. So fn dot caret. Okay, so not is equal to space. Okay, single space. Okay, happen be a variable. Okay, then that caret will do one thing here. Okay, C is equal to now C not is equal to then okay, uh, do one thing. So convert it into string. Okay, string C is equal to fn dot caret of plus double quotes. Yeah, now check like this. Okay, okay. Here you forget to give this asset, so that's why you are getting this error. Now what I will do is chat not is equal to okay space. Yeah, now it is fine. Sorry. Yeah. Now assert F. Here my assumption is first character in the first name should not be a space. Okay. Yeah. If it is space, you will get assertion error. Right. Yeah. So now if you want to display some message along with this assertion error, you can add here. Okay. So you can add here. Okay. Colon. Yeah. First name or last name should not be should not be. You can add some message along with the assertion error like this. Okay. And first name. Okay. Here you can add first name should not be empty. Okay. First name should not be empty. And here colon first character in first name should should not be should not be a space. Okay, should not be a space. So like this you can write. Yeah. Now see assertion error. Okay. So here first character in first name should not be a space. Okay. Now remove this. Okay. So everything is fine. So all assumptions are correct. So that's why you're getting Anand Kumar. For suppose here I'm giving second name, sorry, last name as null. Null. So, okay. So first name or last name should not be null. Okay. So here the assumption is failed. And here first name I'm giving empty. Okay. First name I'm giving empty. And I'm giving null also. But where your assumption is failed? Here itself. At line number 11 or 11 itself. Okay, your assumption will be failed. It won't come to second assumption. Why? Because whenever this assumption is failed, here assertion error is true, right? So assertion error is also one type of exception, right? So whenever exception is raised, immediately it will come out from the what it will be it will lead to the abnormal termination, right? So that's why rest of the okay statements will not be executed. See, okay. For suppose here I'm giving this as so now see here the assumption here is correct, both are not null, but the first name is null. Now assertion error occurred at line number see, line number see, first name should not be. So like this you can test your assumption about your program during development of your later while delivering to the while delivering your project to the end user, then you can add whatever the error handling code you want to add if your assumption is failed. Okay. So during development only, you can test your assumption by using assertion to reduce the what error handling code in your program. Okay. So I hope this is clear. So up to this, I cleared all exception handling related what topics. Okay. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel and please like my videos if you are okay with my videos. Okay. Thanks.